Hello, 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 hello. Check one, two, check one, two, check one, two. Now listen to it as I go around it though. Hello, hello, check one, two, check one, two, check one. See, that's the thing is whenever it's over here, it's good. Now it should still pick up as I go around the back. Picking up everything, whole leg, whole, which is what I tried to do before, but I don't know. Is it still picking me up right? It's coming out. I think it's here, feel. Yeah, exactly. Here. I mean, that's what we were doing before, and it would be fine. You could hear it as I was going. Now, can you hear it now? So you can hear it, but still now. That, yeah, that, that, that. No, it's just near field. That's all.
Check, check. All righty. Can you hear me, Double N? Where's my Franny Anderson? Which team are you guys rooting for? Alrighty. So let's go ahead and introduce the Flower City Fear in white. Damage control. Who do we have skating? They're in black.
Yeah,
They're in black. They changed this
Sorry.
all around. No, it's not
know.
your fault.
I just looked up. It was kind of obvious because I was
Yeah.
up, but
May I borrow that pen, Big Rig?
because we're gonna mess that up.
We are. So who do we have skating for Flower City?
All right, for Flower City, we have number 0, Jack Skellington, number 11, Stephen Keaty, 1116, Fat Jammer, 1127. Is it Giles or Giles? Giles. 16M Mute. Help me.
M Munition.
Munition. Oh, I get it. Sorry. 18 The Hammer, 21 Astronauty, 333 Hamburglar, 369 Dang, She Fine, 420 Jackpot, 48 Oxenfree, 632 Sassy, 666 Moorbird, Morbid,
Yep.
Morbid, 69 Shram, 77 Dick Move.
Alrighty, and wearing white with the bloody red splashes on their jerseys, your Pittsburgh Roller Derby Undead, number 05, Hurricane Heather, number 12, Zora, number 12, 13, Brutal, number 172, Jackson, number 185, Slingin' Grits, number 202, Dunk, number 2121, Dangle Sauce, number 27, Carmel Attract, number 30, Wrecker, number 34, Bessie, number 45, Forrest Bump, number 47, Mike Honcho, number 5, Nemesis, number 55, Bigfoot, and number 585, Rad.
All right, everybody, we are getting ready for Derby here. My name is Damage Control. I'm excited to be here for my first Murda tournament. Very excited. Happy to be here.
So happy to have brought Damage into the Murda side. I've had the pleasure of announcing with Damage for the juniors, the Pittsburgh Derby Rats. So, bringing Damage into this world. And pretty sure you all know me, but I'm Pinky Don't Chidero. And we're getting all sets. Flower City Fear hanging out at the Jammer line.
Where's Flower City from?
They are from the Rochester, New York area.
Oh, all
Yep,
right.
yep. Flower City. Big ups to Dick Move and Shram and Double N and Rad, who now plays for Pittsburgh, but Rad is originally from the Rochester area. They did such an amazing job post COVID rebuilding this team.
That's awesome.
They kind of came back on the scene last year, roller derby tournament in Cleveland, and all of us went, well, dang, good job, Flower City. They rebuilt. They have good numbers on their team, strong skaters, and are jumping up those ranks in the MRDA world.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like that I can say dick. I'm not used to that.
Nope.
It's gonna take me a minute from Jerda to be able to say the word dick,
And let me tell you,
but I'm excited about it.
Dick Move is the nicest person that you will ever meet.
I love it.
Just the best human in the world. My desk at work, I generally don't have a lot of things on my desk, because I hate that they made me go back into the office. But the only picture that is on my desk is a Polaroid of me and Dick Move.
Perfect. All right, we have number 1, 2, Zora going up against number 11, Stephen Keedy.
Stephen Keedy. Oh, beautiful outside maneuvering there by Keedy. Untouched picks up lead for Flower City. Zora hot on Keedy's heels.
Both jammers making it through on the initial pass.
Well, I'm feeling bad for outside pack ref Thriller having to chase down the speedy pack that is running here.
All right, jam was called off. I believe that is a 2-0 jam. 2 for Flower City, 0 for Pittsburgh Undead.
It looks like we are going to get an official timeout to start. There might be some potential scoreboard issues. I know that our command central over here is currently down, so it might be also impacting
Technology.
Yep.
Great when it works.
Absolutely. I love our command central when it works. And
Oh, I'm going to get to say Dick a lot because Dick's out there on the chat line.
Yep. You know what? He sees me in his ref stripes. So, hey, while we are waiting for this official review, don't forget that we have an amazing food truck outside. Be sure to visit Barnyard Brews. They have amazing pizza cones. Barnyard Brews is actually owned by one of a former Pittsburgh skater, Haley. Haley is also a competition champion pig caller.
I'm sorry, a pig caller?
Yep, hog calling.
Oh, yeah.
Hog calling.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
There was a show for a short time on TV. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was all about pigs and showing pigs and calling pigs. I got very into it. What was the name of that? I'll have to look it
You're
up.
going to have to tell me about it. So
There was drama. There was pig drama.
So Quinn in the chat, Rad joined Pittsburgh at the tail end of last season. Rad and Mrs. Rad actually moved to Pittsburgh, and this is the first time that Rad has actually, in a good while, skating where he actually lives.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
All right, we have number 55, Bigfoot, going up against number 77, Dick Move. Both of these jammers. Oh, and Bigfoot making it out and taking lead for Pittsburgh. Dick Move still looking for an opening there against the Pittsburgh blockers. We have an apex jump by Bigfoot who stays in bounds and picking up 4 points. Pittsburgh working hard there to keep the jammer back as Bigfoot sneaks on by, grabbing another 4 points. Flower City Wall trying to give some offense there. Oh, we have a star pass, but the pivot was called on a track cut once they got the star. So this will be a power jam for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh looking to work some offense there for Bigfoot.
I just saw that sauce packets are watching their dad play derby today. That's awesome.
And Pittsburgh calls off the jam. That was a 22-point jam for Bigfoot and a 0-point jam for Flower City. We are at 23 for Pittsburgh and 2 for Flower City. We have Elm Wrecker going up against 21 Astronauty. Flower City trying to knock Elm Record out, but isn't working. Elm Record trying to sneak on the outside there. Staying in bounds and taking lead for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's wall keeping Flower City's jammer from getting through on their initial pass.
Fat Jammer putting that shoulder tap on Omrecker. Omrecker able to shake it off, but gets to the front of the pack and is getting caught up by number 18, the Hammer.
Some beautiful skating there by Fat Jammer as he makes it through. Oh, no, that isn't Fat Jammer. I'm sorry. That's Astronauty.
Astronauty.
My apologies. I will learn, you guys. Give me a few jams.
Astronauty. This is, I think, second full season with Flower City was with Rochester Junior Roller Derby.
Oh, nice. We love Rochester.
Rochester. So Abysmal is Astronauty sibling and Cat Castle.
Oh,
so
nice.
They are a Derby family. Mom plays for Rock City.
Love a Derby fan.
Absolutely. Love a Derby fan. Oh, look at that dangle sauce out there. Looking lead jammer there. I'm sure the sauce packets are proud of Dad.
Oh my God, the sauce packets. Stop. Dangle picking up 4 points there on the scoreboard.
Chancho always with the offense there, gives a little help, frees up that outside line for Dangle.
All right, Flower City, number 369. Dang, she fine, making it through on her initial pass. Jam is called off. 12-point jam for Pittsburgh.
Oh, and great lineup out here. Oh, number 55, Bigfoot, just participated in the senior ceremony, graduating from juniors, along with Forrest Bump out there.
I know.
Actually, Forrest's first out with the Undead.
So exciting.
So exciting.
Bigfoot getting knocked out of bounds and recycled, but staying in on that pass, skirting on the outside and picking up lead jammer for Pittsburgh.
So good. So good. Trap there, but then, just finds enough opening toast up with wide to get out on that outside. And Stephen Eady able to get out, completes the initial pass. Oh no, Nemesis going to the penalty box.
Failure to reform, I believe. Failure to reform.
Bigfoot picking up those points. Looks like it was a 3-3 to call it off on that jam. And we are getting a team time out.
So how many games are played today?
So we have 7 games today. 7 games today and 4 tomorrow. So we have a really jam-packed schedule. If you haven't already gone on, I mean, I believe that there are some QR codes at the entrance. We have an awesome program put together by the wonderful Kitty Black. You can hop on there. You can see the schedule. You can check out all the teams playing today.
I saw some sponsors on
So
there.
our sponsored
Yep.
stuff there. Yeah. So amazing, amazing, amazing.
A 7-game day. Shout out to our officials and our volunteers and NSOs and everybody, because that is a lot of derby.
It is. It is. And welcome to WFTA sanctioned tournaments. I mean, Murdy sanctioned tournaments. What am I talking about? Yeah,
Get them in. Get them in.
We're actually starting to get back into the 3-day rotation to take up a little bit of, the third Saturday, but
Sure.
Zoran, number 12, going up against 77 Dick Move.
Oh, Zora sneaking on the outside there, juking in, staying inbounds, and picking up lead for Pittsburgh. Dick Move finding the hole. Can't even believe I just said that. And making his initial pass for Flower City.
Oh no. Number 585, Red, heading to the skate free or die penalty box.
Zora making it through there, picking up some points for the scoreboard.
Dick Move having to muscle up against Brutal and Jackson.
Flower City wall keeping Zora back, but she tiptoes on the outside line, stays in, picking up some points there.
Oh, Dick Move heading to the skater free, skate free or die penalty box. This is a power jam.
Power jam with Zora.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
power jam. Zora lead.
Yeah.
Triple threat. Just keep going, or be strategic.
I know. You don't know.
You don't know.
To freeze or not to freeze.
Mm-hmm. Or to freeze right at the right time.
Right.
That's going to be, Coach Tot over there doing the derby work.
Pittsburgh still has one blocker in the box.
Well, that's a changeroo. I'm seeing Jackson there in that skate free or die penalty box. Dick moves back out on the track, but this is a just grinding wall with Nemesis, Brutal, and Rad. From Wheelie Rider in the chat, Nem should have asked the Derby Ferry for no penalties.
It's true. I saw that. That was hilarious. Oh, I can read that scoreboard so much better. Thank you. I can actually see the middle one now.
I know. Well, that was our lineup, but now it's going to be our scoreboard, and that's okay.
That's perfect.
Thank you, Moose. We love you. Familiar lineup of Bigfoot up against Stephen Keedy. Keedy challenging that wall while Bigfoot trying to take the outside. Ooh, hop around, Shram.
A double hop. Staying inbounds and picking up lead for Pittsburgh. Stephen trying to juke there on Hurricane Heather, but making it through on the initial pass for Flower City.
Ooh, nice little dip there. Oh, impressive to see such a tall skater like Bigfoot get down low and get under the shoulder of a tall, a shorter skater.
Listen, you can't have it all. Okay. If you have legs, you can't get low. And that is just the rule. I know.
That's because he's 18 and has work.
True. He has knees. He has collagen and knees and tendons. It's true.
As I'm sitting here going, I'm so sore. I've walked around a lot today.
You've walked on hard concrete. It's hard on the ankles.
It is. It is.
Talking is hard. It's a different type of energy.
It is. Because you know what? We're talking about it, and as we're talking
We're
about it, we're
absorbing.
feeling it.
Yeah.
Like we are absorbing the energy.
Ohm record going up against number 21, Astronauti.
Oh, Honcho trying to block Astronauti, and I think kind of accidentally took Omi out, but Omi able to recover quickly. Oh, nice work there, Omi. Oh, just absorbing that hit from the hammer, gets out, is lead for the Undead.
Astronauti getting knocked out of bounds and recycled back.
So the Undead has had lead jammer every jam except for the first. So that's definitely reflected in our score so far.
Pittsburgh losing the pivot to the, you say it's skate or die?
Skate free or die.
Skate free or die box.
Yeah. We'll talk about them once we have this jam completed. No rush on this jam, though. Keep skating.
Yeah, don't
Omi, get all the points. Oh, Morbid, little tap there. Omi kind of loses a little bit of balance, gets 1 foot out, has to return behind the pack. Oops. Body's going down. Astronauti with the star stash. Oh, that's that whole Penn and Teller magic. I'm going to distract you. I am not the jammer. But Omi choosing to just get 3 points there and call it off. So 7 total points in that jam, increasing Pittsburgh's lead 81, Flower City at 13. And it looks like we're going to have double blockers in the penalty box for Flower City. So, hey, yes, it's skate free or die. Is Northeast's newest print, cut, and sew jersey manufacturer. They're dedicated to providing you with the highest quality, best fitted, correctly printed roller derby apparel in a very timely manner.
Nice.
Their team is always available to work with their customers to provide you exactly what you want and need. Visit them today, skatefreeordie.store, to learn more about their create your own custom scrimmage jersey.
Were they at Bob H?
They were at Bob H.
I heard great things about
Yes.
them.
Actually, if I'll get a chance to chat with Rad won a Battle of Bunker Hill jersey. And it literally is, they custom measure you.
Yeah.
You get custom length, you get shoulder to shoulder chest measurements.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard great things. I heard the people that were there representing were really amazing to talk to. I know it piqued our interest for the juniors. As you know, we're always looking for new companies, small businesses to work with.
Yep. Whoa, and so easy. Dangle Sauce, lead jammer.
We have Dangle going up against Dang She Fine.
That's a great name.
Nemesis to the box.
Nemesis.
Again.
Is there a prize from Skate Free or Die for every time you go to the penalty box?
That might be too much incentive. We don't want to incentivize the penalty box. We just want to make it nice while you're there. 30 seconds, get up and go. Get back on the track.
You know, my idea is always to have it's Saturday to have kittens in the penalty box.
Listen, kittens would make everything better.
Yes. I mean, it would make you want to stay in the penalty box, but also therapy cat. You're thinking about what you've done. You're
processing.
Yep.
Clear your head. All right, we have Zora going up against Stephen Keaty on the jam line. Stephen Keaty being knocked slightly out of bounds there by the Pittsburgh wall. Zora making it through there, getting lead for Pittsburgh.
I'm seeing those hand signals sending Shram to the penalty box.
Stephen Keaty looking to break up that tripod and try to get through on their initial pass.
Thank you, Moose. Oh, no. Oh, both being drawn back. Zora and Stephen Keaty both losing a little bit of track position. Zora right back into the fray. Stephen Keaty does that star stasheroonie.
It's a good move. It's a good move. You forget who you're looking for.
Exactly.
Did he pass it? Did he not pass it?
Right.
It makes them watch a pivot and the
They're
jammer.
looking for the pass who's going to stop the exactly. It's that strategery damage. Strategery.
I like it. I don't know how anyone has any strategery on the track because I feel like it's chaos. I don't know how you're thinking. People are trying to hit you. You're trying to hit people. How are you thinking?
Yeah.
It's really what sets these guys apart.
Looks like we're getting a team timeout. Thank you to Scarbuck handling the pirouettes there. Flap those little penguin feet. We had a great day yesterday. Scarbuck came into town early. Johnny Pepper was with me, and we went to the National Aviary, and we did the penguin encounter, and we met Tribby.
The penguins are so cute.
The penguins are so cute. Tribby favorite places to be pet are in all the illegal blocking zones. She likes to be pet from the middle of her back down to her tail.
Oh,
She does not want to be touched in the legal blocking zones. You can't touch her shoulders, you can't touch her chest.
she can't play derby.
No, she can't. She can't. I mean, she could be the best mascot.
She could.
She can help keep that tape down. She could flap those little feet across the tape, tamp it down.
Oh my God, what if that's how you did it? What if you just brought out the penguins
That'd be amazing.
to put the track down? It would take a while, but
Yeah.
it would be worth it, I think. All right, that rolling whistle means that the timeout has ended. Battle the double digits here. 55, Bigfoot going up against number 77, Dick Move.
Ooh, Bigfoot splits the difference there, breaks up Giles, and Jack Skellington gets through the middle and is your lead jammer for the Undead.
Dick Move working on the inside there and passing or making their initial pass for Flower City.
So it's the fifth time that Bigfoot has picked up lead, and apparently in the Undead, fives are a thing. So 5 and 5, he's 55. So, but he did unfortunately get called and is sent to the skate career dive penalty box.
This is a power jam for Dick Move and the Flower City gang out there. Flower City looking to play some O and help their jammer make the most of this 30-second penalty. Dick Move getting through there, picking up 4 points on the scoreboard. I think being able to say Dick is really messing with me. Everything in my brain is like, no. We are adults. We can do this.
Yep. If it helps, just be formal, and it's the whole Dick Move.
Maybe I just say Richard. Richard Move.
Or Richard Move. Wait till you announce a Toronto game and you get to say Senior Wiener.
Yes.
Billy, my ox pig.
These are all incentives to keep me in MRDA, aren't they? Oh, a big hit there by Nemesis, knocking out the pivot for Flower City.
That was a nice.
I believe it's a star pass. So number 420 Jackpot is now the jammer.
Yeah, Bigfoot came in there with a nice little hip hit, took down Dick Move, and was able to get around for that scoring pass.
I know that Bigfoot really enjoys being able to hit people and not having to worry that he's going to be ejected.
Oh,
because that's kind of sometimes can happen in Jerda when you're a big, tall guy. And
yeah, because you're ranging in age, and I mean the skill level is there, but
it's a size difference.
It definitely is. You haven't hit your growth spurt yet.
Kids come in all sizes.
Yeah.
So it's enjoyable to watch him get to play a little bit more fearlessly, not have to worry about that.
I think that's the nice thing, just in general with juniors coming out of juniors and watching them kind of go, hey, this is a whole new world.
Mm-hmm.
I know the rule set, I have the skills, but I don't
have to hold back.
Play full force.
Yeah.
Hey, balls out.
Balls out. Balls Out would be a great derby name if it's not taken. Balls Out would be an amazing derby name.
And
it has to be.
It could be. You know what? And I would think too, someone who maybe is a little bit emotional could be Balls, BAWLS out.
Just own your emotional capacity there.
My mic keeps cutting in and out. That's weird. I might have to grab one of these other ones. So while we are in this timeout, thank you to Team New York. And they're going to go back to action here. But Team New York is an open gender. Team New York is a collective of skaters, coaches, referees, NSOs, announcers, and photographers representing WFDA, MRDA, and USARS leagues across New York State. We've got several of those players here participating in DOM this weekend.
It's the power start for Pittsburgh with own record on the jam line. Dancing on the inside line there and picking up lead for Pittsburgh. We have Jackpot in the box on starting off with the penalty.
Yeah, Jackpot was called on a low block, so serving time in that skate for your die box. Ooh, Omrecker, nice toe stop work. Just punches the floor to get out and pick up those 4 points.
We have Jackpot back on the track here, jamming for Flower City, right as the jam is called off by Pittsburgh.
Great track awareness.
Pittsburgh surpassing the century mark with 113, Flower City 23.
Johnny Pepper, how many buckets? We got the buckets. Johnny always tells me about the buckets. Oops. So Johnny Pepper is actually listening, sitting behind us, listening to the stream.
I love it.
We love Johnny Pepper. Thank you, Johnny Pepper, for coming out.
Hi, Johnny.
Texas.
Nice to meet you. I wear a sequence jacket for juniors. Oh, okay.
100 points. Yep.
So I wear a sequence jacket for juniors, and it was inspired by your jacket, my sequence jacket.
Sparkly Sunday. So we try to do Sparkly Sunday in MRDA events. Damage is only here with us today and was going to bring the sparkly jacket, but it's a little warm in this venue. So
yeah, might have to get a sparkly tank top.
We're gonna have to get sparkly tank tops, vests, jumpers,
bathing suit tops.
Yep. I believe there's a company. I'm gonna have to send it to you, and maybe we can get them to sponsor Sparkly Sunday. It's called Fringe & Co. Yeah,
I know.
But yeah, so back to Team New York. Just to
Sorry,
say,
guys.
No, you're fine. So be sure to check out Team New York's merch online by visiting the link tree provided in our program. Purchasing merchandise helps support the team in their ongoing efforts to promote inclusivity and diversity in roller derby. We love the borderless teams, and we're happy to have Team New York as one of our sponsors and seeing amazing people here today that are on Team New York.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that they have announcers and officials and included in the team. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we're a part of the team.
We are. We are. Everyone rolling back, just swarming,
taking all the space away.
Yeah.
Astronauty going up against Dangle Sauce on the jam line there. Dangle Sauce looking for a hole there so they can work through breaking up the tripod. It worked.
Nemesis putting that shoulder into Astronauty, just completely controlling this young agile skater. Well, that inside line just nothing but daylight, wide open for Dangle Sauce.
Some nice offense there by Flower City blockers, allowing Astronauty to fit through the wall on their initial pass.
Astronem, that's when Astronauty
yes.
Nemesis can combine forces.
Dang, she fine on the jam line there for Flower City, going up against Zora for Pittsburgh. Battle of the Lady Jammers.
Battle of our dual chartered skaters. Ooh, Zora, so agile, just in making that look like ballet on that line. Out of the pack lead for the Undead.
Zora making it through there, picking up 4 more points for Pittsburgh. Dang, she fine picking up some points there.
Ooh, big hit by Shram. Zora, though, keeping an eye out where Shram was, or where Dang She Fine was on the track and calls it off. Shout out to Mama Donchadero. You better be watching, woman. She was very specific about what times I was announcing.
55 Bigfoot with up against Dick Move on the jam line.
Dick Move, parent is in the chat, Quinn, and wants everybody to know that Quinn did not name him Dick.
Thank you. But is his street name Richard? Is that
not?
Okay. Because listen, that was cool back in the day.
It was. Dick Move with the lead. And we have a star pass to the one, the only Hurricane Heather. Ooh, Bigfoot with a massive hit on Dick Move, but being sent to the penalty box.
Pittsburgh has 3 blockers in the box right now.
Just stacking it up there.
Looks like a little discussion needs to happen here.
Yep. Now a new addition to the scoreboard, if y'all haven't noticed, Yins. On the scoreboard, you're now seeing, so Flower City, you see a 28. That means the Flower City blocker has 28 seconds left on their penalty. Pittsburgh has 2 blockers in the penalty box, one with 18 seconds, one with 10, and a fresh 30.
That's nice.
Yep. And then if you see it below the score, that's the jammers. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
It is very helpful. It's no longer a secret.
Right. Well, I do like sometimes, I think on the Derby Brat stream last weekend, I did like when it would light up on the roster who was going into the box, because then I could say their name. And the more I say your name, the more I learn it.
Yep.
So it's helpful.
Yep, those are the things that we have here at Command Central. So that's why I'm a fan of the.
It's lit up for us.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Dana.
That's okay. You're getting used
I'm
to
figuring it out.
Yeah.
Get my sea legs.
So, hey, while we're in this timeout, I just want to give a big shout out to Punk Rock Saves Lives. Punk Rock Save Lives is a music-driven nonprofit that focuses on wellness and equality. We attend events in and around the punk rock community where we engage in harm reduction with our harm reduction box. This box contains items that range from Band-Aids and period supplies to Narcan, drug testing strips, and emergency contraception.
Nice.
Go visit the booth back there. Super cool fellas hanging out, got great music, and also one of their primary focus is assisting those interested in joining the National Bone Marrow Donation Registry.
Wow.
Potentially provide life-saving treatment to people with blood cancers. They've got the forms there. If you're interested, fill them out, see if you're eligible to be part of the registry. So
that's amazing.
Punks are cool ass people.
They are. Punks with a purpose.
Exactly. And I said this swears, I'm sorry. Omrecker up against Stephen Keedy, and Omrecker, lead jammer with just one blocker on the track to help Omrecker. But Omer's got to find Shram. Shram puts a shoulder into him just enough that it takes Omi off the track. Shram draws Omi back in behind turn 1.
I mean, basically, Pittsburgh had one blocker there for him.
Jackson was the only one out there.
He was on his own.
Well, this floor is getting slick.
Slippy. It's slippy and sticky somehow. I mean, I'm not skating on it. That's just my observation, but it looks equally sticky and slippy.
Yeah, so if you have grippy wheels and you're skating in these feature bouts, put on your grippy wheels. If you don't have grippy wheels, I'm not necessarily a fan of making a change on game day, but we do have Rage Parade here.
Yeah, I
You
saw
can
that.
head back and maybe make some purchases. Also, they are here if you need emergency skate maintenance.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yes, Rage Parade is here to help us out.
My kids have already asked me to buy them stuff, so that'll work out for them. Dangle Sauce going up against Dang She Fine on the jam line. Both of these walls keeping these jammers back.
This is the Dang Jam. Dangle and Dang She Fine.
I like it.
Oh, and Dangle Sauce just plows through that pack. Lead jammer.
Dang She Fine getting a butt to the face. Not intentionally. It happens. Pittsburgh's wall doing a really great job at keeping Dang She Fine from getting through on her initial pass.
And then there's the hammer. Hammer laying the hammer down. Now looking to offer offense to Dang She Fine. Dangle Sauce is stuck behind a couple blockers and just gently taps those hips. You know, if I were a referee, I would be like, dude, you need to call that off bigger because I barely saw it and I was looking right at it.
Listen, I was going to say something and then I was like, maybe that's a different thing in
No,
Murda versus juniors that you get to gently, lightly tap your hips to
You
call off the
can,
jam.
but that was so
It
tiny.
was so
and in
tiny. It was a
there-
whisper.
It was.
It wasn't a call off.
Mm-mm.
It was a whisper.
It was like,
It's like, I'm done.
I'm stuck.
Stop the jam.
Zora with great edge work to the out to the in and lead jammer for the Undead.
Thick move knocked out of bounds by Nemesis and cycled back. Nem trying to keep Dick Move from getting up there by continuing to block.
Well, Dick move with some amazing offense by Flower City. Gets that inside line cleared out, completes the initial pass. But that jam is called off.
We are at about 5 minutes left in this first half. Make sure during our intermission you check out our vendors in the back there, pick up some merch, support our food truck. Again, it's a long day of Derby and we appreciate everyone being here, not just those playing.
Yeah.
So use that intermission to give us your money.
I have to remember, because I forget every single time to visit Flower City, I need the emo unicorn shirt.
Oh, I have
Oh
it.
my gosh, and Bigfoot just leaps.
Lex.
That was a straightaway jump. And he jumps into the jammer status. Now I'm gonna go be emo in the back corner. My little emo unicorn cry.
What it must be like to have legs and you.
Jackpot being tossed into the infield is, drawn all the way back from turn 2 into turn 1, loses quite a bit of track position. And there goes Bigfoot for 4 more points.
When you can hear the bodies hit the pavement, it makes me go, oh,
Yeah.
oh, I can just feel it. Just feel it. I believe Jackpot's still trying to get through on the initial pass there for Flower City.
Wow, that was a big hit. I very rarely see Bigfoot go down, but he lit in the air and hit the ground. That was Fat Jammer who threw that shoulder into Bigfoot.
I thought you said Fat Jammer that threw that children, like threw that child. And I was like, he's not a child anymore.
He's not.
He's an
18.
adult.
He's an adult.
You can throw him.
That'd be funny though if he had other children that he was throwing into. You get some juniors and then you toss them. That could be a halftime game.
It could.
Just
Bring
that.
it. You just bring in like WWE, like you have all of a sudden your sidekick comes
Yep.
running on.
If only we could have just run-ons, like, because I would totally come out on skates and just join a pack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just random wild cards.
I said last year that was going to be me because as part of the overall MVP, that the announcers select, they get a sweet MVP jersey, a custom jersey, and I was like, this is the point where Pinky goes
Yeah.
rogue, joins the jam,
And
so
goes
that,
for MVP.
yeah, it goes for
Right.
MVP.
Obviously.
I haven't skated actively in like 6 years.
But you would win.
I would win.
Yeah.
Already, and away we go. We have. Oh, so maybe we're not good. Maybe we're gonna get a stoppage here. Because I was seeing that Pittsburgh didn't have a jammer there. So
What happened?
I don't know.
Bigfoot, did you not make it out in time?
Or was Bigfoot supposed to be in the penalty box? I think that's what's happening.
Gotcha. Sometimes you forget. You forget you're in the penalty box as the jammer.
We love you too, Wheelie Rider. Wheelie Rider, one of the first MRDA players in Pittsburgh. Started the Pittsburgh East Roller Villains and the original Blue Streaks.
Nice.
Yeah, and shout out to Jason Spades from Cleveland Guardians.
So does forgetting that you're in the penalty box or maybe not realizing you're supposed to be in the penalty box do anything? Do you get a double penalty or is there any misconduct?
No.
Okay.
It might have been just like failure to, communicate. Like if you intentionally were like, you called me the penalty box and
I'm
I'm
not going.
ignoring you,
Got it.
you're gonna sit for 2.
Forrest Bump out there again on his first game with the Undead today. We're super excited to watch it.
Hurricane Heather coming up with the heat there. And
Oh, we're gonna have a
forcing
jammer
penalty.
swap.
Yeah. Forcing that penalty on Stephen Keedy.
For those watching at home, jammers, you can only have one jammer in the box at a time. So if one jammer is in the box and the other jammer comes in, then it releases the original jammer, and the new jammer only has to sit as long as that first jammer was seated. So it's a fun little jammer swap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a double.
It is a double penalty for Keedy.
So it will be a long power jam there for Pittsburgh. Dozer's voice carrying so that I could actually hear what was going on, which is always helpful.
So yeah, just looking at our penalty tracker, so it was a forearm along with a misconduct.
Gotcha.
Ooh, but Keedy coming back out there,
Little spice on that.
ready to have a little jammer on jammer action there, but Jim was called off, so kind of
just vibes. It was
just
vibes.
gave a look.
It was a look.
It definitely was a look.
Putting vibes out there. Loud and clear. Dang She Fine going up against Ohm Wrecker. Jam is on. Ohm Wrecker sneaking on that outside line with those toe stops and picking up lead for Pittsburgh. Dang She Fine also finding a little bit of space there, but then Pittsburgh getting right in front of her.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Ammunition there, making that screen so Dang She Fine had space. Just
a second.
Space.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the hammer, trying to lay the hammer into Omrecker, but Poncho coming up to stop that. Omi gets out of the pack, gets points, and calls it.
All right, folks, that is intermission. You have less than 15 minutes until we're back with the second half of this game with Flower City Roller Derby up against Pittsburgh Roller Derby. Please remember to check out the food truck outside. What was it called again? Barnyard Brews.
Yep.
And all of our lovely vendors back in the back of the track. And we'll see you in about 14 minutes.
Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming
Wow. So we're about ready to get started here in the second half. Bigfoot from our Pittsburgh Derby Brats has been doing some production stuff for us today and just let us know that Bigfoot thus far in this game has 88 points. 88 points. Your second highest point scorer is Zora with 38. Let's see, looking down of the lines here. Yeah. Omi has 31, Dangle Sauce 33. Wow. Alrighty, and we are back to the action. Number 11, Kitty, up against number 12, Zora. Red damage, red. Forest Bump out there putting a hurt on Kitty along with Sling and Grits and Hurricane Heather. Well, Zora also finding quite the challenge at the front of this pack. Neb going up and offering some offense there, but also has to make sure that both of these packs are still in play, creates that bridge. While number 1127 Giles heading to the penalty box. And both of these jammers almost a minute into the jam, we finally have lead declared, set lead called for Kitty. Kitty putting up 4 points and calling off that jam. Well, we've got 2 blockers in the penalty box. Giles just a little under 10 seconds. Sling and Grits just basically at the beginning of this penalty. Wearing the star, number 77, Dick Move taking on Bigfoot. Oh, Bigfoot getting a big hit from Fat Jammer.
Dick Move going up against that Pittsburgh wall, trying to find a way around them or through them on the initial scoring pass.
Tram drove through, tried to do the drawback on Bigfoot. Thought Bigfoot stepped in front of him, but Tram I believe was called not in play. So Bigfoot was able to get right back on that track and earn that lead jammer status.
Bigfoot just skirting on the outside there, picking up 4 more points for Pittsburgh.
Hi, Shrama. Mama Shrim in the chat.
Dick Move looking to put some points on the board there after their initial pass, but Pittsburgh's wall keeping him back.
Shrim with a nice work there containing Honcho, knowing that Honcho is kind of the go-to guy for offense and just, completely ensnaring him. Jack Skellington taking a Bigfoot down. Bigfoot just, surrendering, laying down, tapping those hips to call it off.
Dang She Fine going up against Homewrecker on the jam line.
Homewrecker and Dang She Fine with a little bit of a rolling start.
Flower City doing a good job there, keeping Homewrecker back.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that was some impressive blocking there by Oxenfree and Morbid. Oh, but the skate free or die penalty box is just
filling up
there. We've got 2 Pittsburgh blockers already in there, and Forrest being set as well, but can only have 2 at a time. So Forrest gets sets back out onto the track. Dang She Fine with lead.
I believe this is the first time that Dang She's Fine got lead out there jamming. Is that correct? Dang She Fine? First time getting lead? We have Big Rig on the stats back here. Keeping track for us. All right, yeah. Some nice lead jamming there by Dang She Fine.
And so far, these first couple jams, Flower getting jam, the lead percentage of jams is higher for them so far. It was 2-1. Flower in favor of Pittsburgh. So, lead jammer, while it's strategic, it's very important.
It is important.
It's a good strategy point is you want to get lead because you're in control. You can either,
go for points or call it off.
Exactly. You can keep rolling or you can call it off. You can go 0-0. You can, shut out your other team. So very important.
Looks like we have an official timeout, little conference there in the penalty box.
It looks like it's a penalty box discussion. I think that was Sid there giving some direction to Hurricane Heather. And again, a big shout out to our officials. Our NSOs, our non-skating officials today. We've got Eggs Benedict, Scarbuck, Muffin, Jam Burglar, Robin Daggers, Headcase, Say Your Name, Sin, and Ball. And who do we have skating today?
We have Margie Ram. Is that
Guinness?
I was going to say jeans. Epi, Helativity, Filet Official, Stone Nasty, Thriller, and Nomad. Guinness makes a lot more sense than jeans. And the jam is on. We have Dangle Sauce going up against Stephen Keedy.
Rad controlling that wall there, which basically was pushing the Flower City wall directly into their own jammer. Morbid and Jack Skellington trying to catch Dangle, but Dangle is must be greased up in butter and just slid right off.
Stephen Keedy having some nice balance there as Pittsburgh tries to knock him down, but staying upright and in bounds.
Nice little jam there. Pittsburgh putting up 7 points. Flower City getting up a couple. 216-63 in favor of the Undead.
Astronauty going up against Zora on the jam line. Oh, we have a timeout.
Yep, timeout, official timeout. Now, again, it looks like we're talking it to the penalty box because we've got two Flower City skaters in the penalty box. Looks like maybe there was a changeup in that penalty that was assessed to Fat Jammer. Takes Fat Jammer out of the penalty box and erases what was on our board. Now we definitely are seeing a couple skaters on both sides getting into that cautionary period of, five-ish penalties.
Take it easy.
Exactly,
Take it easy.
Simmer down now.
Simmadana.
Simmer down now.
You can only really get 7 penalties. On your 7th penalty, you are ejected from the game. So once you're at 5, everyone's a little bit more aware, trying to make sure you play a clean game, possibly not putting you in as often, just trying to avoid that 7 penalties.
Absolutely. Now, I will say, and I apologize, this might be the announcer curse. Neither of these skaters are currently in the jammer rotation. So
Yeah.
you definitely want to keep your jammers out of the penalty box. Okay, so maybe there is more discussion with Fat Jammer and Margie Ram and is sending it back to penalties.
Well, it just gives our awesome track maintenance team a chance to get out there, tape down anything that's coming up. I know it's been a little bit difficult yesterday and today to keep this track nice and safe for our skaters. So shout out to the track maintenance team for constantly getting out there and making sure that everything is safe and secure so that our game can continue.
Yeah, I see embolism out there doing some track maintenance. It looks like we've got Meat Shield Mike and Queso working, keeping that tape down.
Shout out to Hot Wheels, who's babysitting my kids right now, from what I can see.
Entertaining the masses.
All right, that rolling whistle means the end of the official timeout.
Astronauty. Oh, we have a palindrome. We've got 12 at 21. 12 at 21. Palindrome.
Zora sneaking in through there pretty quickly on the inside line, picking up lead for Pittsburgh. Astronauty looking for a way to get around this pack so that he can get through on the initial scoring pass. Forrest Bump doing an awesome job there of keeping. Was that Forrest? Yeah, that's Forrest.
That's Forrest.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't saying the wrong thing. His number is different.
Yeah.
So I second guessed myself.
Yeah, we already have a 9, so.
All right, Astronauty making it through there on the initial scoring or initial pass.
Hurricane Heather with awesome offensive work, just literally hopped right in front of Fat Jammer, pushed him to the inside so Zora could zip around for those points. Hurricane Heather is a masterclass of
It's insane.
how to be just, fused to wheels.
I'm pretty sure they're not skating. It's just an extension of the feet.
Absolutely, absolutely. So much love from the young Bigfoot to Nem and Slinging Grits and Forrest Bump.
Dang, she fine. Number 369 going up against number 55 Bigfoot.
And the whistle indicates we are back to the action. Thanks, She Fine and Bigfoot both being pushed off the track on the outside.
Dang, she fine playing blocker there for a second with her own teammate in order to keep Bigfoot from skirting right through, which is a pretty strategic move there.
Giles and the Hammer and Oxenfree all just ganging up on Bigfoot. I think this is probably the most they've slowed him up thus far.
Oh, that was a nice quick defense there by number 172 Jackson. Dang, she fine thought she had it in the clear, but then Jackson came up out of nowhere using the pocket.
And this pack being stretched all the way back. Both jammers dragged back from almost to turn 3 to turn 1. So that's a half a track lane.
Yeah.
And Zhao out of play, making contact, gets set to the penalty box, which allows the Bigfoot one more pass, 4 more. Actually, I think that was only 3 on that jam. Honcho dropping back, trying to break that tripod to give Bigfoot a fighting chance. But Bigfoot's just going to go ahead and call it off. Bench coach Todd, everybody in the crowd, the venue, you can hear Todd saying, call it, such passion. We never have to tell Todd to have more passion. Such passion. I gave Mama Shram a shout out. I said, Mama Shram, she's actually Shrama now. Malik from Cleveland gave Mama Shram her grandma name is Shrama. Shrama Anderson is my new buddy. Anderson loves me.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's because I have big glasses, just like his daddy. I have funny hair and big glasses.
Listen, what's not to love, Pinky?
Aw, thanks.
It's not just your glasses.
Anderson, there's just so much to love with that little boy. Such a sweet baby. I do want to give him a little makeup beard because he looks exactly like his dad.
Little 5 o'clock shadow.
Exactly. Right, we are ready to get back to the action. Petey up against Omi.
The jam is on. Petey working up there against that Pittsburgh wall. Record dancing on that inside line, picking up lead for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, nice work there. Bit of the pack went down and Omi took advantage of that.
Some nice offense there for Flower City from Sassy.
Now we're seeing Forrest Bump going to the skate create or die penalty box.
Some nice skating there by Petey as he makes it through on the initial pass, putting back on the star. You must have the star on in order to score points. So it's very important to put that back on if you've stashed it.
Yep. And it has to be right side out. If it is turned inside out and that star is not visible, then you cannot continue to earn the points.
Just add it to the list of things that makes it seem crazy that we remove articles of clothing you need it for the uniform and then put them back on all while playing a game.
Yes. That's when you need to test the elastic in your helmet covers to make sure that it is
not like dry rotted.
Exactly.
Doesn't snap.
Yep. It's got the right amount of give so it can come, get put on and removed easily. Thankfully, we've got great uniform makers out here like Skate Free or Die and Collective Sportswear who can,
make those helmet covers.
Those amazing helmet covers.
Dangle Sauce going up against Dick Move here. Dick Move getting recycled back.
Well, the hammer not letting go. Skates till the very end. Pass that finally lets Dangle Sauce pass, and Dangle Sauce is your lead jammer.
Both jammers out on their initial passes. Dangle working through that really quickly, picking up 4 points and then calling off the jam.
We got 2.5 buckets, Johnny Pepper, right? 250 would be 2.5 buckets.
He's in the back of the van. He can't hear you.
I was right. 2.5 buckets. 2.5 buckets. We love Johnny Pepper all the way from Texas. Take time to come out here to Pittsburgh. Astronauti with the star, and Bigfoot, while everyone was so focused on Astronauti on that inside line,
Snuck right through.
yep, ran right past. Bigfoot's wants this to be a fast pack. He's just sailing away. There's rockets in those skates. Ooh, a nice juke, but gets caught by Morbid. It's been a good team up of Morbid and Oxenfree. I like their blocking duo.
Yeah, well, they seem to be able to kind of learn to go near the outside or the inside, and create that wall that Bigfoot really has to work a lot harder against in order to pass through. Put a little resistance on the kid, you know?
Yep. But Morbid grabs a forearm, heads to the penalty, the skate free or die penalty box. And this is penalty number 6 for Morbid.
Simmer down now.
Keep those arms to yourself. It looks like we're going to get a team timeout.
What time do we start tomorrow?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. First game is
Derby Church, 9 a.m. That first game is going to be
Pittsburgh Undead versus Concussion.
Yep. Yep.
And then Flower City Fear versus Race City Rebels. Pittsburgh Zombies versus San Diego Tremors, and San Diego Aftershocks versus Austin Anarchy.
Yep, we've got a sanctioned B team game. That's the Zombies versus the Tremors. But we still have a decent amount of action left here today. Our next game is going to be Concussion versus Race City Rebels. I know I've had some people ask where those two teams are from.
Yeah.
Concussion is from Oregon. And Concussion actually will be hosting MRDA Champs in Salem, Oregon. Very excited for that. And Race City Rebels are Indiana.
Nice.
They're all a bunch of car salesmen for Indiana.
Wonder if any of those sales tactics transfer over to the track.
Absolutely.
Right?
You know?
Next thing you know, you got a new lease. You didn't even realize it. You're just trying to block them.
Wait, how did I buy this super expensive lifted truck?
Right. Stephen Keaty going up against Dangle Sauce. Dangle Sauce making it through there, picking up lead for Pittsburgh. Stephen Keaty getting some O there from number 632, Sassy. Stephen Keaty making it through there on the initial pass. Morbid being released. Morbid? Yes. Did I make that up?
Morbid,
yeah. Being released from the penalty box right before the jam was called off. Both Pittsburgh and Flower City with one blocker in the danger zone.
Highway to the danger zone.
Is it highway or is it I went? I've heard both.
I don't know. Are we gonna have? I'm gonna have to Google this now.
I've heard both. Both go perfectly to the song. I hear both. I don't know. I don't know the official.
The real lyric.
Yeah.
No, Ulbrecher getting out of the pack, but gets called on a cut track. So this will still allow Astronauti to pick up lead jammer. I think it's been a minute since Flower City has had lead.
I think since then she's fine.
I think so.
Astronauti, you're going to be looking for some O there to make the most of this power jam since lead jammer is still open.
Yeah, that would.
And there we go. Lead jammer awarded to Flower City.
Astronauti.
First time getting lead for Astronauti. Very exciting. Thank you, Big Rig.
Well, Astronauti having to go up against Brutal and Honcho.
Elmrecker back on the track and sneaking through there on the initial pass.
Last little attempt there by Naughty, kind of rolls out of the pack, finally gets around Slinging Grits and Brutal and calls it off.
That was a 4-point jam for Flower City.
Bigfoot taking on Dick Lube.
Some quick footwork there by Bigfoot on the inside line, picking up lead for Pittsburgh.
Bigfoot with those long, strong strides is around the track in seconds, picks up 4 points. Bigfoot getting a little bit of a challenge there, but Hurricane Heather up at that front to distract Matt Jammer and Giles.
Hurricane Heather doing an awesome job there, singly blocking Dick Move while the tripod gets to recycle. Pittsburgh losing 2 players to the box. Flower City has 1 in the box. A big apex jump there on 1 foot.
Ooh, Rad doing just, kind of doing all the work there. Offense, defense, helps Bigfoot make that pass since, well, now Forrest has rejoined the pack, but just 3 blockers on the track. Giles makes a hit, or Fat Jammer makes a hit on Bigfoot. Bigfoot calls it off.
14-point jam there for Flower City and 21-point jam for Pittsburgh. Flower City's highest scoring jam in this game.
Feel like this is now serendipitous, or synchronicity. The last jam was 21 points, and now we have number 21-21 out jamming.
We were making things happen.
But Keaty's making things happen. Keaty running up that inside line. Dangle out first, though, but this, Dangle's lead, and this is a foot race.
Listen, Katie's a little bit psychological there because he makes it seem like he's going to come up and do some action. And then when the jammer looked at him, he was like, no, I'm not. I wasn't even doing anything.
Yep.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, Dangle even slowed up a little bit.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of, some plow stopping in there to hey, okay,
And
I'll engage.
And then Katie was like, engage in what?
Yeah. And Keaty was like, okay, I passed you. But Dangle was like, I'm lead. So
yeah,
good luck with that.
It was like a little tryst happening there.
Looks like we've got Spunky's sis in the chat. Spunky, your sis says hi.
Homewrecker picking up lead for Pittsburgh. Dang, she fine. Looking to make it through on the initial pass, going up against the Pittsburgh wall. Forrest Bump doing an awesome job slowing Dang She Fine down. She makes it through on the initial pass.
But Omi calculating, making each of those turns to continue to be in legal blocking zones, gets out and calls it off.
We are just under about halfway through this second half of this game. Our next game will be up against Concussion and Race City Rebels.
That is going to be an awesome game. They're all awesome games. I look forward to every single one that
they've all been very enjoyable.
Goodness, sorry. We were talking, and here we are doing Bigfoot. Just again, great eye. Saw that outside open, ran around it, picks up lead, and then a quick move from the out to the in.
Flower City losing a blocker to the box. Stephen Keaty making it through there on the initial pass. But Pittsburgh calling off the jam before any points are scored.
Omi liked that. Omi was like, yeah, cool.
He liked it.
I like when my jammer does good stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I keep asking for a soundboard. I have yet to get one.
Wait, Johnny Pepper, you have a kazoo? Wait, Johnny Pepper has a kazoo. We need a kazoo.
Kazoo. This could be dangerous.
Slide whistle. Dangerous and Morbid taking the star.
This is the first time we're seeing Morbid Jam.
This half, I think Morbid might have jammed last half.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
This
okay.
half.
No, but my memory, you know, I'm old, so I might not remember correctly. But Dangle Sauce taking up lead. I think Dangle's had lead every time he's been out the second half. No Hurricane Heather joining Jackson in the penalty box. That's skate free or die penalty box. Oh, sorry, that's Spunky's brother that's in the chat. Sorry, Spunky, your bro says how.
Morbid picking up some points there for Flower City. I felt those. I felt those hits.
Yeah. Oof.
My old body didn't like it.
No.
Great jam there for Flower City, putting 8 points on the board, making them hit their century mark at 100 points. Pittsburgh Roller Derby at 315.
So Flower City got a bucket.
It's right. 1 bucket.
1 bucket. Pittsburgh got 3 1/4 buckets.
3 1/4 buckets. Dang, she fine going up against number 5 Bigfoot.
Ooh, dang, she fine. Playing a little jammer on jammer action there, trying to taunt Bigfoot. Like, hey, come this way, come this way. And Bigfoot, it's like, no, I'm going to go to the out. But he is met by Oxenfree.
They're starting to learn him a little bit.
Yep.
You can see that they're figuring out after playing, you know, the last hour. You start to pick up on some of the jammers' moves.
Yep. But Bigfoot's still able to pull a little special sauce out of that the pocket and get out for lead.
Dang, she finds still working hard there against that Pittsburgh wall, trying to get through on the initial pass.
Well, but this tripod, slinging grits, brutal, Honcho, just not letting up, has Dang She Fine completely trapped.
Getting some offense there from Fat Jammer. All right, nice balancing act there by Dang She Fine.
Zora with a little bit of chase, but realizes, 10 foot out of play.
Gotta let her go.
Gotta let her go. 10 foot becomes 20 feet, becomes penalty.
Becomes danger zone.
Wow, and Derby goes by so fast. We have 6.5 minutes left in this second half of game number
3.
4. 3.
3. Yep.
3. We're in game number 3. Yeah, time is
Listen, Pinky, time's not real.
No. Time is a construct.
It's not real. It's just something people tell us and we go along with it. Stephen Keaty making it through there on the initial pass. Ohnrecker having lead and picking up 4 points. Calls off the jam.
So I was correct in Dangle Sauce having 100% lead jammer.
Let's hope we don't jinx them.
I know. Announcer curse, sorry.
It happens.
It does. It does.
Anything can happen.
But stats,
It's good to shout it out. It's an achievement.
it is. And I mean, we're in Jam 19. So every time Dangle's been out, he's gotten lead. That's pretty impressive. And there you go.
No curse.
No curse.
Dick move knocked out of bounds and taken back by Zora.
Ooh. Just gonna get an official timeout there. Dangle Sauce went down hard, but popped back up. Everything is in place, is okay. He might be feeling a little bit there. I know that again, I'm sure we've said this a million times, but huge shout outs to our medics. We truly cannot play this sport if we don't have medics. We cannot put on skates and be in this building doing what we love if we don't have somebody here to check on us when it is if there should be some sort of injury. So shout out to Michelle, Jen, Emily, Breakin' Deb, Tot, and Brutal.
Stop. I love it. We have a kazoo. There's a kazoo.
Johnny Pepper's broken out the kazoo.
It's going to be my next purchase. If I can't get a soundboard, I'll get a kazoo. Dang, she fine going up against Bigfoot on the jam line.
Oh, dang, she fine. Thought that outside line was open, but Hurricane Heather quickly closed it. And Bigfoot shot to the end and right up that straightaway into lead jammer.
Dang, she fine making it through there on the initial pass.
I'm trying to get down low there, Jackson.
Some nice skating there. Dang, she fine getting 4 points on the board for Flower City. This is when the mom in me is like, just let her score. She's working so hard. Just let her get a couple points. But I know it's a game. You can't do that. She wouldn't want it.
No, absolutely not. She wants to earn every single one of these points.
Exactly.
And if knowing that you've broken free of this tripod of Jackson, Hurricane Heather, and Forrest, that's an achievement. You've earned those points.
Earned your points.
Hurricane's like, I know. I'm up. I'm going up.
I hear you. I swear.
I know what's happening. Hurricane Heather, compliant.
Heard, understood. We're just waiting to execute.
Just people's in my way. I'm yielding. All right, we've got sequential numbers here. 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We can count.
11, 12.
We can count, guys.
Zora and Keedy. Zora kind of,
getting all the space taken away by that Flower City wall. Some very good blocking there on Zora, trying to slow her down, getting in front of her. Oh, keeping her balance, but not actually staying inbound.
Oh, that's a
sent to the track. Yeah, sent to the box.
The skate free or die penalty box. Yeah, that was some pinball where Zora was bouncing, and just took that wrong step before coming back in and got the track cut. Keedy with lead
and power. First time, I think, having lead and power for Flower City. Oh, toe stop.
Whoever that belongs to should visit the.
You're gonna know. You're gonna know because you're gonna go to use your toe stop, and it's not gonna be there. I bet you it's him. I bet you it's him. I bet you he doesn't realize his toe stop's gone. No, he knows.
That's when you go visit Lolly Rot and get your skates maintained.
Yes. Go get those toe stops tightened.
Rage Parade. So again, another one of our wonderful sponsors, the Palace Theater here in Greensburg, part of the Westmoreland Cultural Trust. They've got some fun stuff coming up for Pride Weekend.
It's that time.
It is.
June, right?
Yeah.
Everything happens in June.
Homewrecker.
We have Pride all year round.
Of course. We're proud all the time.
But we're extra proud in June.
Mm-hmm. Homewrecker with the lead and just running around this track, 4 points. I believe we have an official star pass from Dick Move to Jackpot. I'm hitting that P and that T real hard. Jackpot. 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 Also trying to be that pinball, but the controllers, the flippers have shut down the door on Jackpot. Oxenfree trying to get in there and break that up. Well, just a total melee of bodies.
It was good offense, though.
But you know what? We were so busy watching all that. We missed
didn't
Omrecker going to the penalty box.
He was sneaky about
He
it.
was. So this is a power jam for Jackpot. Jackpot. Ooh, trying to take a big step there, but gets caught in the air by Jackson.
Oh man, Brutal was just brutal. Just stood there too.
Yeah.
Knocked him down and then just stood there like, yeah, I did that.
I'm like, I'm just in here waiting for you to
Yeah,
come in
do
again.
it again.
You know?
Watch.
Oh, but Omrecker back out on the track and gets that inside open by Honcho. Right back to scoring points. Now, we do not have a lead jammer, so we are going to go to the expiration of the jam clock. I mean, and our period clock has ended, and
This will be the
Omrecker
final jam.
heading to the penalty box again. Ends this game in the penalty box.
We have an unofficial score of 358 for Pittsburgh and 121 for Flower City. Amazing job done by both teams.
Wow.
We will wait for that rolling whistle to mark the official score of this game. We are going to ask that you stay back until we hear the rolling whistle, please.
Right now?
Now
You can do it.
Now you can run out there.
Now you can come out. Thank you.
Put your feet in place and give all the high fives to the Pittsburgh Roller Derby Undead. Thank you, Honcho. Always love that you give love to the officials and the coaches and the announcers. And more love
Thank
to
you,
all the
Flower
volunteers
City.
for Flower. Nice job.
Yeah,
by
let's
the
give it up.
Undead.
Give it up for everybody. Nice job.
And let's hear it for your Flower City Fear.
You know, I love a man in a hat and a monkey.
Oh, he brings that monkey everywhere.
And bell bottoms,
Mhm.
crushed velvet bell
Crushed
bottoms.
velvet. What do you see about for tomorrow?
No one's gonna know this because no one knows my family or my dad, but that man gives big George vibes. Big George vibes. R.I.P.
Oh. Well, that was an amazing game. Thank you again for sticking around, watching the stream, being here live in person. Thank you, Damage Control, for
Thank
joining
you.
me on the microphone. Your first MRDA game.
Pop my cherry.
Yep. You and Forrest.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. Nope. Never mind. We're just gonna let that go.
Individual.
Yeah, we individually and separately popped our cherries.
Yes, your MRDA cherries. And our next game, stick around. This is going to be Concussion Roller Derby up against Race City Rebels. This is going to be one heck of a fight. Again, I'm Pinky Donchadero, and I will see you soon. It's going to be the Pinky Pepper